Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to solve systems of equations. We also call them simultaneous equations. So there are three methods. So I'm going to start with the first method called the substitution method. So to show you this method, I'm going to write the first system of equations that I'm going to solve. So 5x minus y equals minus 3. And the second equation is 3x plus 4y equals minus 11. So the first step that I'm going to follow is solve for the x or the y in one equation. So it means that I have to isolate. This is the same as solve for the x or the y. This is isolate. Okay, so I'm going to solve for the x or the y in the first equation or in the second equation. So to solve for the x or the y, I have to look for the easiest variable or the easiest letter for me to solve for. So I think it's in the first equation, the y. So I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to have minus y equals minus 3 minus 5x. Okay, so to complete this, I need to have the y positive. Okay, so let's make this letter positive. So to do this, I have to change these signs. Okay, so I'm going to have y equals 3 plus 5x. So I already have solved for the y in the first equation. So my second step is substitute this expression. So substitute that for, in this case, the y in the second equation. Okay, because this is from the first equation. So I'm going now to the second equation, and instead of writing 4y, I'm going to write 4 times 3 plus 5x. So this is now an equation with only one variable, a linear equation. So I can solve this now. Okay, so I have to write the minus 11, sorry. So I'm going to have 3x plus 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 times 5x is plus 20x equals minus 11. 3x plus 20 is going to be 23x equals minus 11 minus 12. So 23x is going to be minus 23. So finally, the x is going to be minus 1, because minus 23 divided by 23 is going to be minus 1. So this is the first solution for the x. Now I have to solve for the y. So I already have this here, up here. So I only have to substitute this value in this little equation. So the y is going to be 3 plus 5 times minus 1, because this x is minus 1. So this is 3 minus 5, that is going to be minus 2. So I already have my two solutions for the x and the y. The x is minus 1, and the y is minus 2. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the second method that is really similar to the substitution method. I don't really use it very often because I think the substitution method is easier. But anyway, I'm going to show you because I have to. Okay, the second is called the equality method. And as I said before, it's really similar to substitution method. Let's see a system. So I'm going to have 3x plus 2y equals 10, and minus 2x minus 3y equals minus 5. So what I have to do is basically the same steps, but now I have to solve for one variable in both solutions. So solve for x or y in both equations. So what I'm going to have is, for example, I'm going to solve for the x. So I'm going to have x equals 10 minus 2y over 3. This is for the first equation. And in the second, I'm going to have x equals minus 5 plus 3y over minus 2. Be careful and don't forget the negative denominator. So after this I have to equalize both expressions. Okay, what expressions? These expressions right here. Okay, so I'm going to have 10 minus 2y over 3 equals minus 5 plus 3y over minus 2. So to solve this, when you have one fraction equals to another fraction, we say that these fractions are equivalent. So I can cross multiply these two fractions. So I'm going to have minus 2 multiplied by minus 2 multiplied by the first numerator. So minus 2 times 10 minus 2y equals 3 multiplied by the second numerator. So 3 multiplied by the second numerator, that is minus 5 plus 3y. So let's solve this equation. This is going to be minus 20 plus 4y equals minus 15 plus 9y. I'm going to move all my y terms to the left side. So 4y minus 9y is going to be equal to minus 15 plus 20. So minus 5y equals 5. So the y is going to be minus 1. I already have my first solution. Let's find the second solution. In this expression or this expression, it doesn't matter. I think the first one is easier. So x is going to be equal 10 minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 over 3. This is going to be 12 over 3 equals 4. So I already have my solutions. The x is going to be 4 and the y is going to be minus 1. So now I'm going to finish with the last method, that is called the elimination method. So let's write a different system. 4x plus y equals minus 12 and x minus 5y equals minus 3. So with this method we want to cancel one variable. So to cancel one variable we can multiply one or both equations by a number, and the solutions of the system don't change. For example, if I want to eliminate the x, and I have here 4x, to eliminate or to cancel this, I need to have here minus 4x, because 4x minus 4x is going to be 0. So this way I can cancel the x. Or instead of this, if I want to cancel the y, if I have here minus 5y, I need up here in the first equation 5y Okay, so the same number with different signs to subtract. Okay, so let's do this. So I have to choose the easiest variable for me to cancel from both equations. So I think it's the y, because I have here minus 5y. So in the first equation is positive y. So I need to multiply all the first equation, not only one term or one number. I have to multiply all the equation by the number that I want, that I prefer. So I have to multiply by 5. So 5 times 4x plus y, this is the first equation, equals 5 times minus 12. Okay, so I multiply all the equation by the number that I want. Okay, this is going to be 20x plus 5y equals minus 16. And now I'm going to write my second equation down under the first equation. So I'm going to have x minus 5y equals minus 3. So now I can cancel. Okay, I'm going to add both equations. So 5 minus 5y is 0, so I can cancel this. 20x plus x is going to be 21x equals minus 60 minus 3 is minus 63. So the x is going to be minus 63 over 21, that is minus 3. I already have my x. Let's solve for the y. So to solve for the y, I can choose between the first equation and the second. Obviously, in the first equation, the y is with 1, okay? So it's easier because I can solve for the y easily, okay? So I'm going to have y equals minus 12 minus 4x. So the y is going to be minus 12 minus 4 times, okay, the x, we know that is minus 3. So this is minus 12, this is positive 12, this is going to be 0. The y is 0. We can test the solutions in the system. So we see that 4 times minus 3 is minus 12. I'm testing the solutions. So I'm going to have 4 times minus 3 is minus 12 plus 0 is minus 12. It's correct. And the second equation, I have minus 3 minus 5 times 1 is 0. It's going to be minus 3. It's okay. It's okay. So my solutions are correct. Bye-bye.